All right, welcome guys. We are back with Dwarf Fortress, and of course we've got a big group of people now. We are a little bit close to dangerous territory for us. Let me have a quick look and see if I can bring up the settings. The difficulty settings, what have we got? We're playing hard and hard with enemies and the economy. And the population triggers are, we are actually now over population trigger level 3 with the influx that we've got. The money, let's just have a quick look and see what the money and the exports are. I think that if I just return to the game, what have we got? We've exported 2,000 and we have, at this stage, what we think is a created wealth there of 11,000. So 11,000 created, 2,000 traded. Let's go back and have another quick look and see. Where are we? Because what we don't want right now is another siege. But we are getting close to that. Well, now that we're over level 3, this is where we were last time. Okay, so we're just around about production. We're at trigger level 2, and we're at trigger level 2 here. So we're not at trigger level 3. We're at trigger level 3 for all 3 of these last time, I think. So and that's when the big siege came, which we just couldn't contend with. We need to urgently fix this up. So I'm just going to go and click on done, return to the game. And so this is something where we do need to get things really started quickly. I'm going to, now that I've got all this stuff done, I'm just going to go and start to put in add new task. And we've got things like make coke, but we should also then have things like melt a metal object or smelt hematite ore. What else have we got? Is that all we've got? Hematite ore. We've got other ores. I'm sure we've got other ores. I don't want to be using this bituminous coal. That's all we've got. Damn. All right, let's have a quick look and see what we've got with this with the metal. If we go to stone, I think it's, is it under boulders? Where is it? Boulders. Now we've got shale, rock salt, chalk, diorite. Is this going to show us? Yeah, we've got, this is hematite. So we've got hematite that we have got available. We've got galena. Why didn't it say galena? Ah, because it's all been, the galena has been, and the limonite has all been, let's just unlock all of that. There's some galena that came from somewhere else. Sphalerite, cassiterite, so this has all been sort of locked away, and there's a bituminous coal there. All right, then I've got tetrahedrite as well. This is good. I need this sort of stuff, and we need to find more of it and then start to mine it. What else have we got? What else have we got? We've got heaps of this. Actually, I might just unlock this as well, just so we can start to make the bricks. We'll need to get rid of that kaolinite. We've got so much of it. It's a pain in the ass. We can't use it for anything. We've got alabaster. And salt and spar. I'm not sure what I can use this for. These are sort of like where you can make plaster. So alabaster and satin spar. I'm going to unlock those just in case we can make good use of that at some point. Actually, what other? We don't want to have any of this stuff locked. We want to be able to make use of it because we need to keep. There's native aluminium as well. Just get all of these things in here unlocked away. So we've got jet. These are all the things that were mined last time, and with them locked away, bituminous coal. I'm not going to be using that for anything at this stage, but I'll still keep it. Cassiterite is fine. Anything else? Yeah, there's a couple of like hematites and things. We'll just go and unlock those, and unlock those as well. This allows us to then make use of these stone. Hi, Began, how are you going? Let's just keep on going up. granite. Chalk I'll unlock as well. Chalk is another one of these sort of soft metals, soft stones. You can sort of see by the shape. Dolomite, claystone, certain shale. I'll just go and lock and then unlock all of the shale as well. All right, that sort of gets all of my stonework done, which now allows me to come back in here and add new task. And if we go and have a look at the at the tetrahedrite and stuff like that, we're going to get different sorts of metals. And what I want, I'm going to ultimately end up with a lot of iron, but I do need to get like a steel industry up and running at some point. Not so much right now, but we will need it. Also, we did actually have the Forgotten Beast was wandering around out here somewhere, I think, or over here, which we have to be a bit careful of. It'll sort of wander back in. Another thing I was wanting to figure out, I didn't actually test it. If I just go back into the launcher, is there a thing that changes the English? No, it doesn't. Translation. Just sort of thought that would be a useful thing for DF Hack to have. Would be a translator tool to actually just, instead of showing the Dwarven name, it's a bit. I think the only way forward for us to actually look at the legends is for us to essentially go and get the to go back to the reference in the wiki. Because I checked the XML files, I can't search through them for the Dwarven name. It's only got the English name when it actually exports it, so it actually gets rid of the Dwarven name. And it would be nice if there was a way for us to override. In fact, I wonder if the settings have got it. Wonder if they've got it. The game, it'll be in here. It could probably be something like show English name or something like that. But I'm not seeing anything that's even similar. I won't spend too much time. Nope. Okay. Yeah, no, this is high level stuff. Not the low level stuff that I need to be doing. All right, so we'll just leave that one where that is. We're going to ultimately need to plan this out a bit better with what we've done here. Smelters, I will actually, if we get hematite, how are we going up in here? We're still digging all this out, which is fine. On the layer above, layer below is now full of lava. And I'm really kicking myself that I've done this. Now there is another way around this. And that's for us to dig. Oh no, we can't go to the above. So I can't actually collapse the. I can't really collapse the cavern into it, which is another way we could actually then block this off. Because now that we've got this, we don't need any more than just this. I wonder if there's another. Oh, there is a way. There is a way. I've just thought of something. What we can do is we can create a. Now, if I dig down, it'll fill up. It won't be a pond. But if I could actually make a pond to go across to here, and you know what I should have done? I should have dug that pit from. No, I still would have had the problem. I was just thinking I could dig a pit down in here to actually then open this thing up, or here, but that still wouldn't have worked. But what I can do is I can potentially create a pond here, just right there. So instead of going down there, I'd create a pond here, but is that going to work? You know, it will, I think. I think what I can do is I can actually go and create a. I've got a little bit around this other side where I can sort of go and dig in around. If I created like that way, I could actually just have this one become obsidian, and I think it would. Unfortunately, we don't have what we need here. It would be nice to be able to drop it from this top layer. The other option is to drop initially a bit of water in here and create an obsidian wall. As obsidian, like if these blocks all became obsidian in here, that would be pretty cool. Let's just go and get our digging on. Where's the aquifers? No, it's going to be too hard. It's going to be too hard. Okay, let's just leave it because in reality, it's only if that forgotten beast can swim through lava and then crawl out of that thing that we've then got any sort of trouble. The other thing we can do is to put a drawbridge here. And actually just have, no, I don't know, can we collapse over the top of that? We can put a drawbridge in here just to block off this whole area if we've got any real big concerns. That might be what we do. So we've got tetrahedrite through here. So where's some tetrahedrite from when we mined it? Incognito is redeemed. Actually, that reminds me, I don't know if I got grobs yesterday. Let's just have a quick look and see. Did I put grob in? Yeah, I've got grob. Okay, so I'm going to tick grob off. Incognito. I've got the just on the side now. So we're just going to the side, and I've now got like a lot of dwarves. So I'm now going to open it up to if you've got like a specific type of dwarf that you're looking for, and what I might do is I might actually just do it based on military. Because we're going to need to get our military set up. So let's just go and do that. Hi, Sipper Self, how are you going? I think I need to sing. I have no key. I know things happen anyway. It doesn't really matter what you do. But let's just go into position 4. So we've got a few different things, like Mr. Voxy, the Stonecrafter, is a competent swords dwarf and hammer dwarf. Solon, the farmer. Got a mace dwarf, the herbalist. That's not bad. Competent spear dwarf down through here is again. He's got dreadlocks, so he's pretty cool as well. Spear dwarfs we're not so interested in. Vinyl rabbit is a miner and locked into mining. Shield user, armor user for this ranger. Now the ranger, I would have thought we'd sort of see some crossbow use. So I don't know if it shows up in this one. The rangers I'm probably going to keep aside actually. I might even set up a second group for archery. G'day, welcome raiders from B-Ray 27. Welcome guys. We're just starting this next run where we're trying to get the fort into a position where we can save it basically from future sieges. So hope you're all doing well. So we've got high weather with me. There we go. We've got B-Raid inbound. welcome. So yeah, okay. So Sipper Self is saying, yeah, I came in over before the raid. Well, welcome guys, welcome. So saying, oh, your voice is hella elegant, man. Thank you. So taking a lifetime of talking to get this voice. Began saying we're planning a lot for what will probably be a quick death. Yes. Look, I'm gonna. What I'll do is with the like what we've got when we play these games is a thing called Dazdemption, which is players or viewers can redeem names once you've actually got like enough points. It takes about an hour or so, I think, to get the points to redeem a character. That character then becomes named, and I'm thinking what I might do is actually just go and use the Mace Dwarf here. So Olin, so let's just go across to Olin and put Olin into the military already. And so it's Olin Zalis. Let's just go back into here. If this character gets killed in the course of... which one was it? Olin Zalis. Just do it by name again. If this character gets killed, the viewer gets banned. So there's skin in the game. We've already had 2 bannings already, and we haven't done too much. There he is. So we'll just go across into here and change this one in through this other side. So this will become. So this one here is incognito. incognito. There we go. So, yep. So, B-Ray saying, "Dang, there's some stakes." Yeah. Also, for the game, we're not just playing on a normal map either. We're playing on a super evil map. So this is actually everything you see that's brown is actually evil. So it's sort of like everything is like there's haunted, terrifying, and sinister. Just anything that's got this brown tinge to it, and you can see the world itself is dramatically evil. We're over here. This is our little area, and we have we figured out that we think that this evilness here actually it does extend into our region, into our map, and so this is actually a what we've actually got here is like we've reclaimed this fortress, and this is our second time of reclaiming it. The first time we reclaimed it, we got destroyed by a goblin siege, and so we're sort of now trying to build up to protect ourselves from the next siege. But this little evilness in through here is actually what's like a reanimating biome, which means that the anything that dies in this area will come back to life, and so we have to be careful of this. And this one happens to be in the bottom corner. If I just go back up the top of the fortress, so this is a reclaimed fortress from I did a big long video on the history of it, but essentially it was a dwarven fortress. It was then taken over by a human necromancer, who then made it into a fort. We made this little fort in the middle here, but the necromancer sort of then made a fort. A few years after that, the other humans came and destroyed it. And did they destroy it? I forget what happened. I think that they came and took it over. They got rid of the necromancers, and then after that, a group of rocks moved in and destroyed the rest of the humans, and it's become a rock lair. So there's actually, at the very bottom of the fortress, if I go down the bottom here, you see all the carnage. This is all from the previous siege. We're still cleaning up, trying to get rid of the bones and so on and so forth. So there was a lot of death and destruction. Where's the bottom here? Just going through the list of things that's close to the bottom. So the bottom of the fortress is actually a rock lair. We haven't come across the rocks yet, but that's just going to be a matter of time. This is the bottom of the fortress, and this is like this is a big pit that goes all the way down through. This was part of the original fortress, and this is where the rocks had their lair. So they actually had their all their goodies were actually in through here, and they had all these display cases. So we've been sort of putting different artifacts that we come across down into here, but we've locked these two doors. There's actually a giant bat in here, it's an ambusher, so we've lost sight of it. If we open this door, we're going to then have to fight it, so we've locked that one in, and there's also giant bats locked in other locations as well. We've lost a couple of units, one dog, 1 unit to the giant bats, and then down through here as well there's a couple of giant bats locked in this room. But what we've got is we've actually made it so we can't access deeper parts of the fortress. Like we've actually locked them off the previous run. Where do we see that? Yeah, I'm not sure where it is. It's I've actually put walls up to block the old fortress off, but there's a whole other fortress through here where I think the rocks are. So the rocks we think are in that location. Thanks for the subscription there, Incognito. Okay, we've got Dragster as well. What I'm going to do is let's just start what we know that we're going to need an archery group for this fortress. So let's get that established as well. So we'll just go back to the squads. Create a new squad. Now we need to get a new commander. So the first one we select, this is going to be a crossbows and leather armor, I think, is what we'll end up going for this one here. We could go crossbows and metal armor. We are going to be making a full metal group. And to be honest, when the sieges happen now, they're so much more dangerous than what they were before. So if we end up in melee, I don't really just want leather armor. So I think I'm going to go crossbows, metal armor. We'll go that way there. We'll go and change up the naming, etc. So what have we got? The warrior tomes of cooperating. Warrior tomes. It's not bad, is it really? It's a hyphen compound. The warrior hyphen something. Let's get rid of the of. Let's clear that. The warrior tomes. I don't mind that. So the warrior, if we go to the X, that's hyphen compound. If we just go randomize that one, oh, I've got the wrong one. The sloth tomes, void love. I liked warrior. I don't think it's got archer in the list. No, it's only got arch. Crossbow, bow. Let's see if that's in there. And we'll just get rid of the next one as well. Just randomize this one. The bow disemboweler. the bow bowl. Bow elbows. It's not much that it's actually showing there. It's because I've got this word in here. Let me get rid of that so we don't just keep on going. The bow hole, the bow lesions, frigidity, the bow frame, the bow wing. Bow's not great, is it? I don't mind wing. Let's just go back up to the hyphen. The stalker wing. That'll do. Done. So this will be the group. I'm just going to change the look of it as well. So this will be archery. I'll just make it with an up arrow as if it's sort of like there is one that does look like this one here is an arrow. So we'll just go and grab that symbol there. I don't mind the colors. It's a bit different. That'll do. So we'll just go and click on done. One thing we need to do is when we're playing in a dangerous fortress. Sorry, I was going to finish off what I was talking about. Back at the top here. The biomes, when we sort of check this out, there's a change in biome here in the bottom of the fortress. We've got trees now. We didn't have trees before. So this was actually completely bare. So these trees are starting to grow a little bit. But this bottom section here is a reanimating biome. Anything that dies in this bottom corner is essentially is going to come back to life. Now so we've got. It's funny because we don't see the dead. We're not seeing dead trees here, which normally you do for those. You know what? I might. What have we got through there? Demon rat. Okay. Well, everything's open because the siege actually they destroyed most of what actually happened in the fortress. We're still just trying to build back up again. I'm going to make a keep in the middle here, which will be the way that we'll actually try to protect the main part of the fortress, and I do want the archers for that. So let's go in and get so incognito. I can tick off from the requests, and then we've got dragster. Okay, so we'll just go back in, and we're now looking for. Let's need to assign a leader. Mark's Dwarf. There we go. So we've got Onget is going to be our first one through there. That's the only one, actually. I know there's a couple of novice ones as well. So let's go and put Onget in, and then we've got an animal caretaker. So if anyone wants to have this particular animal caretaker, we've got that one as well, which will also then be part of the military. So Onget, let's go and go back to the squads. One thing we want to do here is to make sure, I'm just going to go and select this squad. We don't want them, when they're just doing their normal things, we don't want them to go off duty. We want them to always be combat ready, which means that they're always going to have to be carrying around crossbows and everything else as well. So let's just go and get the equipment that they need from the dead people. There should be crossbows in amongst the loot that was left in through here. So if we just go back across and go back into their schedule, you'll see it's set to off duty, which is not what we want. We want to just click in the ready area, anywhere in there, which will then put their routine back to ready, which means that they won't get out of their armor and they'll carry their crossbows with them. So that's actually fine. Let's just go and have a quick look at our stocks. And now we've got things like iron bolts. Let's just go and unlock those. We've got the bronze bolts as well. We'll unlock these. These are actually from the siege, a lot of these. We've got steel bolts as well. We can come back and grab those if we need them, but let's just go and get these guys set up initially. So we've got the ammunition. We then want to go down to weapons, which is... don't have crossbows as its own area, I don't think. I think it's under weapons. Just go to weapons. So these are a lot of these have been still locked away because of the fights, copper battle axes, anything that's been locked away, we just sort of don't get to see. Hi, Sir Bud the Wise, how you going? And Grim is saying, I have questions that my dwarves refuse to armor up. The question is, why is that? It's because it's I'm not micro-created. No, it should actually. I'll show you. Like, just make sure you're running DF hack. That is your best friend when you're playing Dwarf Fortress. Like, it really is just so important. God, I hope we get crossbows. There we go. Iron crossbows. We get those 2 crossbows. We've got a steel one there as well. Let's just go and grab those. There are other. There's bows from the goblins from the ones that we killed off. We'll just leave them where they are. I want to make sure I got enough. Some of these, yeah, that's all we've got. We've only got 3 crossbows in total, but I'll just get 2 of them working. So this is going to be Dragster. Is going to be the first one. So when we just come back in, back into here, I'll just go back with that one through there. So this one, when we go back to the equipment, if you've got trouble with the equipment, again, DF hack is your best friend with all this stuff. It doesn't make the game more complex. It makes it simpler. You'll go to equipment, and we'll see there that this particular group that I've got selected here, it doesn't have any of its equipment. The fastest way to get them to get their uniforms on is to give them an order. Now I'll just rename Ongut, and if anyone wants Uzol, we've got that as well. So, but the fastest way to get them to gear up is to have them selected and then just give them a station order somewhere. Like, just go and tell them to go to station. The first thing they'll do is then go and get all their equipment. So they'll just sort of go and get all that. So I forget, it's not just tools or also armor as well. So, that's the other thing too. If you end up, don't use wood cutters in your military at all. That does screw up. That's a known bug, and I think miners may also. I try to keep them sort of separate, just so that if you've got a wood cutter, make it not a wood cutter before you make it into the military. You can't actually have a wood cutter and a. It's particularly with wood cutters, but you can't actually have a wood cutter in your military because there is a conflict between what they tend to wear. So that's actually where things actually end up going. So if we go back in here, they will then just go and select their own equipment. Now, before we do that, we wanted to just rename that one. So this was Olin, wasn't it? Ongut. And if we have a look, so Ongut, and there was Olin. So these are both the rangers, militia captain and a ranger. So this was a new arrival. Does she have hair? I think she does. A lot of the female dwarves come in with no hair, but this one does have hair. If I name them, I'll just fix them when they're named. This will be Dragster. Okay. So Dragster is down the bottom in here somewhere. He's got 3 children. Yep. Okay. All right. So we're going to need to set these up as well. These are going to be important in the top of the fortress. What we'll do, there he is there. So that's Dragster. I'm just going to go and go back to the squads, and we do actually have the station order. Let's just follow him around for a minute and just see where he goes. There he goes. He's now changed. You can see he's changed across to like a white clothing because he's now sort of like this. That's going to be his underclothing for the military. And wanders off, goes past all those. It's a bit, it gets delayed there a little bit. He's trying to find, he's actually here, but he hasn't got into his clothing. And there's Uzol as well, also not in clothing. So we don't have enough at this stage. So if we have a look at the, let's just work our way through this problem here. Detect conflicts. No, it says no conflict. Now, why haven't you gone off to get your stuff? This is weird. They should be going off to get the bows that we had. So there's nothing there. No, neither of them have got their clothing. give them another station order. Just tell them to move over somewhere else. No, they're not doing it. Just pause that again. Right, so with Dragster, I may just leave it for a little while. What we might have a quick look at is to see if we've got the, actually we'll just have a quick look at our stocks and just see if we've got things for them. Backpacks. We need a couple of backpacks. Cow leather backpack. Oh, you know what it may be? If we go back to where are these stocks? Where are the first of all, where are the we need quivers as well. So let's just go back down to the weapons and just see where the crossbows actually are. They may be in the bottom of the fortress, in which case it may be locked away. Yeah, these were made outside. Let's see if I can see where they actually are located. Yeah, they're in here. So this is part of the loot. What we'll do is we'll go and unlock this. So we'll just go and make that door there passable. I don't want it too passable because we've already had one of our artifacts has been stolen by a Kia. So I don't want to leave this open as such. But let's just maybe have a quick look at the other stocks that we've got. So we've got backpacks, which we're going to be needing to get a few of those. Actually, I'll just go and unlock. We've got a few of those actually. But yeah, actually all of them have pretty much just used. I don't know why they didn't go and pick them up. We need flasks. Excuse me. So there's going to be a. Actually, we'll just go back down to where's our armor? Got leg wear. There's the greaves, copper greaves. Now these have been damaged in the fighting. Just go and open up all of those. I've got steel as well, but I don't really want these guys in steel. I can be sort of much more specific if I'm wanting to. So that's leg wear. Footwear should be its own thing. Yep, there's footwear, and again we're looking for the metal, for the high boots if we can find them. Copper high boots. Let's unlock these as well. So these are going to come off the dead bodies. There we go. We've got a few of them. There's some that are a bit damaged. We might have to melt these down and just sort of get them done as well. What else do we need to get? Ammunition. We're okay with sort of anvils, armor. Copper mail shirts. I'm happy enough with that as well. Let's just unlock those. The helmets. Actually, we also need to get like the handwear. Got headwear, copper helms. I think that we're wearing these three, so we'll just get these, but these are damaged. There's a bronze helm there. I'll just unlock these as well. We'll eventually get the iron stuff for everyone, but we'll just go. Actually, we've got a few things like copper caps, but for these guys, I don't really want them anything other than just copper. Leg wear. Excuse me, we've done that one. Gauntlets. Do we do handwear? EFGH, there it is. Gauntlets, left and right. Left. Need some rights. Just get all of these. Some of these are, again, badly damaged. That'll do us, I think. That now has locked things up a bit. This is the bottom of the fortress, so I'll just get them to go back onto the station again and just see if they sort of wander off. No, they're not doing it. All right, this can get a bit tricky here. I'll just take them off station. They haven't picked up anything at all. Nothing at all. All right, so we'll just tell them that they're to go, no special orders. They'll then go back to work. Now, where did you go? It's now picking up those copper greaves. It's not going to wear them though. It's just going and picking them up. They're probably Began's old greaves. Began is dead out here somewhere. He made it there. From the first run. Okay, we'll just keep them sort of coming through. So Biro saying, time for bed. Nice to meet you. Yeah, good luck with the rocks. Thank you. We're going to keep them locked away if we can. But we need to get this thing done because we're getting close now to siege territory with what we've got. So we do need to make this into something proper. Actually, how many we've got? We've got bars. These are bars of coke. We might have a look at that as well. Like if we've actually already got some bars. I've got some iron bars. I'll unlock those for now, but I don't want to be making things out of iron bars. We've got ash bars as well. We can't build out of those. I'll just unlock all of these different bars and so on and so forth, just in case we need them. There's the coke that we just sort of saw there. Okay, so we don't have a real lot of these things happening. Let's just go back down to the bottom of the fortress again and just get these smelting. So we're just going to go and add... make brass bars, make bronze. Really just want to smelt, I don't want to be making bars at this stage, I just want to smelt basic things. So we're going to smelt galena, and we're just going to keep on rotating through that one through there, and add a new task of smelting, hematite and limonite is going to give us lots of iron. Cassiterite's going to give us, I think, silver or something. I'm not 100%. Add new task. And smelting sphalerite and tetrahedrite. We'll just go through and just smelt everything we've got for these. So as we get them, we just smelt them in the second smelter, this magma smelter. Now, did that Forgotten Beast wander back in? No, not there yet. It's in here. It's in this layer here somewhere. We have to just be careful if it does come into the lava, because it can get into the fortress that way. I don't know if we're going to see a massive tin zinc. Do we have copper? We should have it in the tetrahedrite. Does tetrahedrite? What does that give us? If we have a look at our stones, just go to any of these things. Labor menu, stone use. So these are the economic stones, and so we've got actually alabaster, makes plaster powder, great. Okay, so we do actually have alabaster. That's extremely useful. Select to use in non-economic jobs. No, we don't want to be doing that. So anything we've got a lot of. The chalk we need to make, so I'm not going to use the chalk. The dolomite also for making steel bars. Let's not use those. So we'll just go and turn those off. The hematite is iron. Limonite is going to be iron as well. Lignite is coke. The limonite is iron as well. What else do we have? We had tetrahedrite is silver and copper. So we get a little bit of silver and a lot of copper from the tetrahedrite. Zinc is from sphalerite. Okay, then we had cassiterite, ore of tin. There we go. Yeah, so sorry, that's what you're referring to, I guess. So tin, zinc. Yeah, do we have copper? Yeah, so we can make bronze if we needed to. So we do have alabaster somewhere on the map. The fact that we've sort of been able to mine that somewhere. Gypsum. Yeah, gypsum. We're not going to be able to make good use of, I guess. Now, kaolinite. So make clay hives, crafts, etc., etc. Clay bricks is what we're going to be using that one for. Now, kaolinite, again, I could select because I've got so much of it on this map. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. Anyway, that's all good. So we'll just have really only a handful of, well, nothing actually, with our economic stone, just making, like we won't use, we'll save them. So we won't allow any, actually we've got satin spar as well. So we do actually have these where we can go and create the plaster powder, which is super important to us. If we can find the rest of the alabaster, we'll need to then go and set that up eventually. It's not urgent now. Okay, that gets that established. What else do we need to do in here? We're going to be getting the kaolinite down through here. We've already got some bricks being made this way. We've got heaps of people working now. Let's just let the fortress run forward for a little bit, and we'll just sort of wait for an event to occur. I might start to bring the ore down fairly soon to into these little areas. Petitions, not interested. All right, so what are you doing? So they've just got kaolinite down in here, making porcelain bricks. Now, to make a reinforced wall, we need actual iron. So we need blocks. It doesn't matter what blocks. Sorry, bars. We need bars of metal to go and do this. To help delay the siege. And we'll try to figure out the. We've got people trying to prepare meals, but they just can't do it. Okay, so we need an active sand collection zone there to actually go in and get the sand from this. So it's actually got a collect sand mission, but it can never find the sand, and we haven't been able to find sand on the map. We can use DF hack to cheat for this and just sort of see what we end up finding. Got to be careful through here as well, through this layer, as things do come down. You can see we've got giant bats. We had to kill them down through here as well. Like they were everywhere in the fortress. Right, so we'll just leave them to their own devices for a little while. They'll start to sort of just smelt that stuff. Yeah, they're not going down there. What I might do is I'll leave that open until we actually get a thief anywhere on the map, and then we'll close it down. All right, let's get into it. So Dragster is done. Syrian is in as well. Okay, so Syrian actually redeemed. I didn't see that one come through. Sorry, Syrian. New round. So I'll give you the other member of this group, which is Uzol. So back to the squads. So at the moment, they're not really all that effective, and really we should try to get that established at some point. So we've got Uzol. Name. Uzol, the animal caretaker. This one doesn't have hair, so we'll give this one hair. This is Syrian. Okay, and then just right click to get back to this level. Tilde key to bring up the DF hack launcher. Then we go into GM and open up the editor. Enter with that one selected. Go down to. God, I wish there was a simple way to do this. Appearance, tissue style. Change the clean shaven heads to we'll go ponytail this time. Ponytail. All right. Right click. Tissue length. These middle ones, I'll make it say 600. 600. That gets those established. Go back out. Tilde key again. GM. Unit editor this time. Enter. Body appearance editor. Hair. Length 600. It's very convoluted. And that gives us hair. Right, so we've now got hair on that bald dwarf. So that's all good. And we'll just keep on sort of, keep the miners mining down through here. This will give us a heap of rock. But we're not getting much metal down in here. We will need to start to get metal. We've got a little bit to start to sort of smelt initially. We're going to end up with all sorts of stuff stored down here. So we're going to be bringing in the various metals for what we need to go and do. So I'm going to be wanting to have like probably raw stockpiles on this side and then finished goods over this side. Let's just go and set some of these things up. So if we just go back across into here, and I'll make specific stockpiles for the different types. So we'll make this one into iron, like ores of iron. So we'll just go accept. This will be stone because it's in there. We then go to custom. We want to have no economic other or clay in this one. And then metal ores is going to be just, I'm going to go none and then go through the ones that we need, which are like hematite and limonite. Now we didn't have anything else that was actually ores of iron. So we'll just go that way. So metal ores done. So that one's now just going to be bringing in those in through there. We'll then just get some for tetrahedrite. So this will be another stockpile. Just go there for now, and then we'll just get some of the other ones as well. So accept, stone, custom, none, none, and none. And metal ores, in this case none, and then tetrahedrite. So this will be for our copper and silver. I might, because I don't know how much of the other tin and zinc that we've got, I might just make a combination for the other two. So we'll just go back in and right click. I'll just make a small one here, which will then sort of make into something bigger ultimately. Accept, stone. Oh, thank you. They're going to use a subscriber. That's great. Thank you. Welcome. So we've got the stone, custom, economic none, other none, clay none. Now, I think we have to make plaster. I think we have to put that through a smelter as well, I think, which means we may have to bring that down. So we'll just go with metal ores again and just go to none in through here. So cassiterite, and we did have galena on the map, but I'll end up with a lot of that. That's sphalerite through here. We'll just get those two into this one. Let's go and make another smallish one here for galena. We'll just repaint these as required. Except this is going to be stone, custom, and again, none of these. Actually, the fastest way would be to just go none there and then just fix up what we need. But in this case, galena, just on its own. And I will actually set up the kaolinite as well. We'll have that sort of close down into what we need into here. We're probably going to need, I'm going to need to find sand somewhere if I can. We can use DF hack to try to tell us if there's any sand on the map. There may not be, in which case getting that particular one is going to be a problem. We're going to keep on getting messages coming in from that one. So in this case, I'll just set this one up for kaolinite initially. So we've got the stone, custom, none, and then I can just go into clay, and actually what have we got? We've got economic kaolinite. We'll just go there, which is essentially clay. So we'll just get that one as a kaolinite area. And then over through here, we've got the bars, and I do want them down this way as well. So I'm just going to go across and just go and build another location here for iron bars. And I'm going to need to have like a full contingent of things set up. These can ultimately be put into bins. These ones over here can't. So I can make these fairly small. We'll just accept that one for now. So in this case, we're going to go to bars and blocks. Custom, none, bars of metal, yes, and we're just going to go and put iron bars in here initially. So iron, and I'll just go and make makes one for each of these. So we've got iron, and then I'm just going to put some others back over the other side here. So we'll just go and make a small tin one, accept, bars, custom, none, metal, tin. Okay, we'll make another one. I don't need to make them this big. Accept, bars, custom, none. This will be, now we ultimately may make bronze, but we've got tin and, what else was there? There was tin and zinc. There it is. So we'll just get those two together for making bronze eventually. We'll just make another stockpile down here for silver and for copper as well. Now we're not going to have much silver, but we can still make use of it. So we'll just go in and accept. And we can also use what's called goblinite, which is to melt down the equipment that we just can't make use of. So if we just go and accept, and so we may even bring the stuff for melting downstairs as well. So just go to accept, bars and blocks. Custom, none, In this case here we'll do silver and then copper. Where are we? Silver. There we go. And another one. Copper we're going to end up hopefully with a fair bit of. Except until we'll actually probably use copper to actually reinforce the walls against the sieges. So in this case we've got the bars and blocks, custom, none, copper. And what else was there? Probably I might still put steel in now as well, just so we've actually got it. We're going to. It takes a fair bit to build steel up. I might just pop a steel one down through here, and then we'll then sort of work our way through it to get to steel. Making a steel industry is a bit more difficult than just making any of the basic stuff. So we'll just go and accept this, and also making bronze is something we could do as well. Bolin saying goldenite is a renewable resource. It is indeed. So in this case, we're going to, again, bars and blocks, custom, none, metal. In this case, it's going to be steel. So if we do get steel, we'll end up with it down in here. So we can smelt the raw material and then end up essentially making the steel ultimately. We'll just leave that one there. Yeah, that was Syrian, wasn't it? This one over through here. Yep, so we've got Syrian named. I can tick that name off the list. Okay, that's done. Right, so with what we end up having, we've got the got all of those now sort of just working their way through. I'll just let them keep on sort of working. Wooden buckets completed. You know what I might do is I might chop down the trees in the top of the fortress. I mean, it's mid-spring, so the elves will be here soon. While I've got wood, like while it's relatively safe outside, we might as well go and do this. Now, this is where we're going to have the active sand collection zone. Now, it needs unrotten food as well. Petitions just not interested in at this stage. Oh, I was interested in that one. That was a farmers guild. I've got to read them. I've got to read them. Damn. Okay. So I just didn't read it. Did not read it. Okay. That was on me. Hopefully they'll ask again. It was sort of half set up in here, but just not quite yet. Sick there, the expedition leader. We're putting our blocks out here to get ready to build the build the fortifications. This was for the bottom of the fortress. Yeah, we've got a floodgate down the bottom there. This is for our well. This is so we could ultimately drain the well if we had to, but I've got nowhere else to go and place this, unfortunately. Good, they've asked us again. Now requires a guild hall. Yep, we'll approve that. Okay, so we actually had an old guild hall, which we can make use of. We don't need anything too big. Whose kid's this one? This is the one with the pet duck, right? Okay, so playing outside. Playing make-believe. Nothing could possibly go wrong out there, so that's fine. One hostile. Now, what was there? It is. This is the forgotten beast. So this is Spoz Rasmus Spodgus. I did look this one up. This is the superior queen. So we do actually see what the name is. But I did look up the legends of this one. And where are we? It's back over there. So this is the Legends viewer. And so I was looking up Spoz. And this is the elves. the Superior Queen here, so SPOS, but there's no history. So in this case, born in negative 272, so the age is 574 years old with this particular one, this Forgotten Beast. So it's got no history. It hasn't done anything in like historical. It's just basically wandering the underground. So it's out here. It can't get to us unless it goes into the lava. And so that's the only concern I have, because they do seem to be able to survive for a long time. This one's a flying creature as well, so it makes it incredibly dangerous. Now, when we first cracked into this, if we go and have a bit of a look at where we are in here, I had originally found this location accidentally, and I had to quickly block it up. I forget where it was, but somehow I broke out into this area. And not here, but like in the previous run. But I think I had to put like flooring down somewhere to be able to stop it. No, I must have seen it somewhere in here, because I've made this. This is all new, so I was aware of it by this time. Not sure how I found that, but anyway, we were looking for lava to make these lava forges. Anyway, we'll just leave it where that is. But yes, this is dangerous with that creature out there. I don't think it can get easily up to the other layers, but it wouldn't be bad to try to capture that one at some point. If it sticks around, it may wander off after a little while. Okay, we're making different masterpieces. We do actually have a fair bit of stone now. This is all good. Now, sand. Let's see if we can find sand. So what I need to do here is go back into DF hack, and I can't remember the exact prospect. I think is the one. So prospect provides commands that help you analyze natural resources. Shows a summary of the resources that exist on the map. So do we have sand? So we've got prospect all, by default only the visible parts. So let's just see if we've got sand here by just running a prospect. So it's soil, stone, liquids, layers. These are the different layers that we've got with the elevations. So rock salt, dolomite, shale, chalk, slate, diorite, ores, bismuth. Yeah, so bismuth we came across, but we didn't really, we didn't see too much of it. Different gems that we've come across. Other veins, yeah, we've got these different things as well, which we can ultimately sort of get into. Shrubs, woods, which we don't need to know. So no sand, unfortunately. What I can do is go /all and do a prospect / it's just all. So if I do all, that will then tell me there's no sand. All right, so that's cheating doing that, but better that we know. Yeah, we'll keep on cheating. Actually, we do have adamantine. We knew that we had that anyway. All right, so that's telling me we don't have any sand. So we are in like getting sand in. We may have to import that in. I'm just going to get rid of my hoodie. I'll just be 1 second. So that means the glass here is just going to be, I'm just going to pause that because we don't have collect sand. But if I turn it off, DF hack will actually put that one back in. So I don't want to just remove it, although maybe I do. Let's just see if it does come back. So if we do get sand, we can still then do things with this. So we might start to buy that. Yeah, may you walk on warm sands, says Boland. All right, so that's now all going to start to happen. I won't, like we've got this layer is going to have all of the raw materials. You see the kaolinite's already coming down. Some of the other rocks are being moved up the top there, which is good. The gem stockpile, we're going to be wanting that up the top of the fortress somewhere. Now I'm still getting to dig all this out. I'll just let that happen. Let's just unpause. And they're dropping kaolinite down into here. Now we should be making bricks from this location. Add new task, make clay bricks. And we'll just keep that on rotation. And we're going to put another petition. Okay, so the Fenced Fellowship has many worshippers in Lancesounded and now requires a temple and a priest. Yep, we'll approve that. And so we'll need to get that set up. And now what else have we got? Yep, okay, that's fine. Poults have hatched, okay. So we've changed our auto butcher to try to get some older turkeys coming through. Aster Blaster is now liking the copper warhammer. I hope they don't get too attached because we will ultimately have steel weaponry for them. It may be worth, yeah, they're slaughtering those poults as they come through, and more of them being done. Okay, so with this one through here, we've got the, yeah, they should end up sort of making more clay bricks into this other side. And so the clay bricks, I think we can actually move them up. I don't know if we just go back up the top of the fortress, I think we can use them here as well. If we just go into custom, we've got bricks of stone and clay. Just go back to this one here. Clay bricks, is it in here? This will be blocks of other materials. No, it will definitely be in here. I'm thinking that's where bricks would come in. I would have thought it would have shown that. Just not going to have the word brick, is it? Got gypsum plaster there, that's interesting. We don't want that. And yeah, that's blocks of those. That's okay. We'll just leave that one where that is. Not that you don't make plaster with blocks. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on there. We might start to look at the Goblinite as well, and just start to sort of smelt some of those things. How are we going out here? Are we chopping these down? Not really. Yeah, we're getting the kaolinite now from out here. Bringing that downstairs. Oh, we've got all this stuff as well. Actually, I should actually get this downstairs as well if I can. Just go and I'll just go and release all of this. In fact, I'll release all of this stuff. All these cages and stuff as well. I can just bring everything in. Claiming forbidden. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking, oh, what's that? Something new. Rock crafts, okay. The rock crafts, I'm not really all that keen on making too many of those, so that's sick just now managing the fortress from there. I might also just unlock all of this stuff because we're going to be needing that to rebuild. Oh, we've got 3 harpies now and 1 troll. So the harpies are flying in on the top layer. If they come in, we're going to need to, and then we've got a magma crab. These can just make their way straight in, and then we've got a troll crawling around. He can't get in, although he can break open doors. If we, I don't know if it'll show the skills. No, it won't show what he actually can do. But these are door smashers, so we have to be a little bit careful of him. So he's actually crawling up the up here for whatever reason. I don't know why, but that's what he's scrambling around. These can actually scale walls and stuff, so they can be quite dangerous. We'll just leave that one where that is, and we'll just double check. We're running Serian's excellent mod, so we just might see if that's actually also working. Just quickly have a look and make sure it's on. So let's go to the launcher and notifications. Yep, it's on. That's okay. All right, so we've got that one done. Aster Blast is saying, what does his mod do? It basically pauses the game when there's combat after a certain amount of time. So let's just say that troll breaks through the door that we've got here. Like this is the only area it can actually break down something into here. It could break that door down and then start to attack the animals. At that point, the game will then pause and tell me that there's a combat going on. I think it'll do it for animals. It certainly does it for dwarves. If a dwarf ends up in a fight, it will give me an alert and pause the game, which is really, really awesome. I don't know if it's available anywhere else, but it is on my Discord. So if you, there should be a link to my Discord somewhere to have a look at that one. But you can actually, you can grab it from there as well. Syrian actually posted it there. It's an awesome mod. Awesome. It sort of saves your bacon a bit. Like if you're just looking at one thing and then all of a sudden, you sort of quickly need to go and do something else. Anyway, I think is everyone got a job? Looks like they're all working hard. This is good. Yep, that's good. So everyone's working away. And the unhappiness is starting to improve as well, which is nice. 2 petitions outstanding. We better start to fix this up. There we go. They're taking the goat in for milking or shearing. I'm just going to fill up my water. I'll be right back. I'll just pause for a second. So the mod only kicks in if it's things from your fortress that fight. So if the Draltha and the Troll end up fighting, it won't matter. It won't pause for that. Magma crabs. This is where I should have blocked that off. I should have found a way to block it off. The Forgotten Beast has wandered off outside of our sight range. The petitions. Now, I did actually set up an area in here somewhere. I thought for to get like a farmers guild established. It's not there. It was just a quick access up to the other area. Yeah, this actually goes then deeper down into the fortress. I've locked that off so that if anything's down this way, they can't get to us. So we haven't had a good look down this way. There's more bats down in here, by the way, or there was last time. I think they may be able to get out, like and wander off if they, if we don't see them. They may not be in the map. We could go and kill off that bat. That's if that bat's still there. It would be interesting to know if it is actually still there. So with the Farmers Guild, I think I'll just build that off to the side here. Sort of in this farming territory that we've got. I'll keep it fairly central. Now we've got bituminous coal in here. We've got tetrahedrite in here as well. So this whole layer is an interesting layer for us. That's a 9x9. That'll do. I'll make it a bit bigger. 11x11. Actually, I don't need to make it square. Let's make these sorts of unusual buildings. We'll make these circular or something like that. So if we just go across and just position the cursor, you've got to turn that on. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll make a 6 one through there. If we just go into DF hack and launcher, and if I just type the word circle, dig circle, and I then can just give it an amount. So dig circle, and then I can tell it what radius to do. So if I go to dig circle, diameter, solidify. So if I go, and an example of that will be example dig circle filled 3. I don't know what the P2 is. What's that? Dig circle. Where is it? P number. I don't know what the P number is. Oh, priority. Okay, that's priority. Yeah. Okay. So we just want dig circle filled 6. Oh, that's diameter, so 12. No, I'll make it dig circle 11. So dig circle filled 11. Done. There we go. Beautiful. That's our that's for that one there. We need to also then get another one for the for setting up the what am I trying to say here? The temple. Now, if we go, but we want the temple to be on the same level as these sorts of things. Now, we've sort of left this area sort of vacant. Do we make this into a temple? I think I'm going to need to have like a whole lot of different temples anyway, so maybe we make the temples come off this side. So let's actually have the temples run off this location here. What have we got through here? More hematite, so we're getting more iron, more ores of iron, and kaolinite as well by the looks of things. Yeah, so unfortunately this is a big clay layer, which I'm not really all that keen about. But if we can make the clay bricks, that will at least give us a use for the for what's going on there. So let's go and make temples in here. We'll make these, say, 10 by 10. And we'll make a couple of temples. We'll make one generic and one specific. Again, we don't actually have, it's not neat. Oh, hang on, again, I'm just going to make these into big circles. Big circle. So we want to be, just get the cursor where I need it to be. So I want that to be, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might go 7 and make this one bigger. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that gets me there. Let's see what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I'm going to be 1 off through here. So we'll just do the same. Just go tilde. Oops, hang on. I've got the wrong thing. Go back here again, just so I can see the designation. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Do that again. Where am I? I've gone completely the opposite way. Let's just go back up. Okay, I missed track of where we were. Do that again. Just get into the main area that we've been building, which is in here. All right, so if we go back into this other side, so we go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there. Then we're going to do DF hack, dig circle, filled, and this one's going to be 13. All right, that's done. So we've got the that one there and that one there. We'll open that one up, and then we'll do the same thing in here as well for another one further up. So if we just go back across, door, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so DF hack, dig circle, filled, 13. Done. Right, so there's going to be the 2 temples. Now, what's this rock in here? Shale, that's good. So we'll get those 2 there dug as well. That's good, actually. This was a 13 circle as well. And you can sort of create like circular paths and stuff as well around different things. Like you don't have to have them filled. You just do the outside. Now we've got one hostile. Let's just pause that for a second. Is that? Yeah, that's our good friend. He's come back in again. 3 harpies. Just want to make sure that they're all outside and away from us. That one's in the north, that one's in the south where we were trying to dig. They're not super dangerous, but they're dangerous enough. Oh, we've got a colony of honeybees on the roof. What I want to do here is actually end up with the with this big, as a big open area, and going up a couple of other layers. So we're going to ultimately get onto the roof and then destroy it and keep on moving up. So we'll end up disassembling the roof. It's a colony of ants up there as well. That's all right. We'll just leave them where they are. Okay, everything else is just working away. Yeah, we're still slaughtering poults. That's just food at this stage. Poults are not going to give us leather. We have to wait for full-blown turkeys to get the leather. All right, so we now have run out of cassiterite and sphalerite. So we'll just go back down the bottom there again and just go back into here. So they've only got tetrahedrite and galena there. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So we're now starting to sort of get the galena, the tetrahedrite, the iron, and the limonite, so the hematite and limonite. These have now got their various bins back in here. Kaolinite will then be used for the other bits and pieces. These guys are still digging this out, which is fine. Yeah, so see how it's actually wanting to get the sand? I'm just going to go down and just cancel that. So what we did last time was stop it, but DF hack is keeping on doing it. So let's just pause this, just so we don't actually have to worry about it, because we're not going to have it. We know that. So they're keeping on smelting. It's heavy for them to lift these big areas. It's for them to sort of haul the stuff around. Oh, there was a thieving or mischievous creature which just went off the map. Don't know what that was. It might. We have to keep an eye on this. I'm just going to go back down to we are at the bottom of the fortress. Let's have a quick look across at the loot pile. Where are we? I'm going to lock this door. Now, some thieving creatures can open doors, others can't. Like kobolds will be able to crack open the door and get to what they want, but they have to go through the whole fortress to get there. And so we have to be just a bit mindful of that. There it is. What do we got? Oh, here we go. Now in early summer. I've been seeing a lot of giant just showed up at my fortress and has been beaten to death by dwarves. Okay, Bolon's saying we could make some connected circles like 4-chamber temples. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you could actually, I guess. Just I wanted to just keep doors like between them, but sort of do whatever we like here. I'm trying to make the important stuff, look a little bit more interesting, I guess. We haven't found any gold, and I don't think we have gold on this particular map. But silver would be nice for us to add value to things. Oh, and I didn't look again at what was going on. Here we go. Thieving or mischievous creature. Okay, we just got a giant rat. This one can't get inside. That's okay. That's not on the same layer as our friend down in here. That should go off and kill things as it finds it. It's now summer. Spin thread has been completed. Let's go back up into the bottom layer here again and just keep on having a bit of a look to see what's going on. Now, one thing we don't actually have is the auto clothing. I do need to go and get those sorts of things established as well. So just go F2 is this layer here. F3 is the hospital, which we've got a lot of stuff. We need to atom smash some of these things as well. We've got the on the layer down here or up from here. We've got all this in through this other side. Now this is all chalk and shale. blue jade clusters back over there. I'll make on the opposite side the where we start to do the clothing. So we'll get this established as well. Now this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll just go and make this one a 7 high as well. 7 by 13. There we go. We've got a lot of mining for these guys to get into. The kaolinite's quite easy to dig. It's just shitty, that's all. Anyone who's not working can start to smooth this stuff out. We need to get our values up of the various these temples. Spin thread completed. Yep, that's good. We're still making good stuff. Our value is getting up there. 11,000 now, created value. Those harpies didn't come inside, that's good. This is our area. We've only got a couple of bones in there at this stage. But these have all been allocated. It may be that their bones are actually, if we go back in, just pause this for a second. And we'll just have a quick look at the stocks again and at the corpses. We've got coffins with 6. We've got 23. Actually, we've got heaps. Corpses. So these are the various corpses we have. So I'm just going to go and have a quick look at the... it's not splitting them off into the different types, unfortunately. It would be good to know which ones are... let's just go and get all of the skeletons that we know are dwarves. Boland. And we need to throw the others away. So M is a goblin, so we'll chuck that one away. So as we just come back to them, the giant bat skeleton, I'll just leave that. I'll just leave them. Actually, I won't bother doing that. I'm just going to leave them where they are. In fact, I could just undo all of them because most of these are. Yeah, I'll just unforbid all of the skeletons, and this way at least we'll then put them. We'll start to bury them. It'll give us a feel for what we still need to do. So we'll just go and just get them to by default just make use of them. And I might just go and build more of these as well. Furniture, burial, show planner. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Just keep on building these. And then these need to be changed into tombs as well. So we just go across and add an area, tomb. Oh, hang on, this is all something. I'm just going to go and cancel that. Oh, Beacon has been taken by a fey mood. We'll have a look at that in just a minute. So I'm going to click on OK and pause. Then we just cancel this. Have I done the wrong thing here? I have done the wrong thing, but it's still actually working where anyone can actually do this. In that case, I'm just going to go and delete all of this. Actually, what I can do is I can just go and add on to it. I've got a couple of tombs, a tomb at the top there, This is that everyone? Like, I don't know if that's actually assigning to the whole lot. So let me have a quick look and see. Yeah, this is actually, yeah, it's only one that is actually being assigned to these. Niche. Yeah, okay, I need to change this a bit differently. Now, unfortunately, if I go back into here, I'm just going to go and remove this zone permanently. Actually, no, I won't cancel, no. We're going to repaint this zone to just one. So, repaint, erase. Okay, and then we'll do the next one as well. Erase. So I screwed up here. And unfortunately, I have to do this manually because I haven't locked these into different rooms. So if I just go into Tomb, this time, what I did last time was when you click, it's just going to keep on painting. And I need to go accept. And then I need to go back and do another one. So it's sort of like it's a bit of a pain in the bum. Repaint this zone, yeah. So it's I don't know if I can do multi. Multi would be handy. Let's just try a multi in here and just see if this actually works. See if it'll actually make 4 different tombs from the from these in this other side. So that's why there was only one set of skeletons actually in that particular area. Oh, 6. Oh, damn. Okay, we need to get these guys downstairs. Sorry, I'll just quickly go and do this while we're here. They're not looking after themselves. We have to do that for them. Where was it? In here. All right, DF hack. I can auto assign with DF hack at this stage, or assign initially, but we'll just go back in. We can sort of still look and see which ones need to be in pastures. So this one here is a pasture. All these reindeers and stuff require pastures. There we go. Done. And if I'm actually, there's now getting a fair few. If I can just go into DF hack assign, I can then just go down and say, okay, look, grazers, only grazers. So these are all of these different things. These are already assigned here, so that's fine. We don't need to do anything else. Do you even need a tomb over every square? Or it's not like nest boxes, can't even decorate. No, it's sort of one of these things where, unfortunately with tombs, they've got to be allocated. I can't just leave them as coffins. So they, where were we? So I do need to actually have them designated as tombs. Multi is if they're little rooms like this, I can then make them work as individual tombs, but not, I don't think when they're open like this you can do this. So if I just go back across into here and then just go into tomb and then go and click on multi, so select a rectangle which contains coffins in order to form tombs. Let's just see if this works for these 4. Yep, coffin rejected, not enclosed. So they need to be enclosed for that to work, unfortunately. Now what we can do here, it's a bit cheaty. It's not going to work. Not going to work. What have we got? So we've got this one here initially. Again, if I just go back into tomb, I'm going to have to do it like this. Oh yeah, this multi, I'll just undo, paint. Yeah, hold the left button to draw. This is, unfortunately, this is, all I can do here to do these mass coffins is just accept and then just keep on building, clicking on tomb, accept. Oh, look, it's not too bad, I guess. Tomb, accept. I don't think there's a DF hack entry for this. Accept. Bit of a pain actually. Is there a DF hack for multi-tomb or something like this? If we just go back into the launcher, this is all the commands. Preserve tombs in tomb. What does that one do? Tombs any corpse into tomb zones. Okay, so assign any unit regardless of citizenship, residency, pet status, or affiliation to an unassigned tomb zone for burial. Yeah, no, it's not, it doesn't give us multiple. Yeah, this is just specific. Preserve tombs. What does this one do? Preserve tomb assignments when assigned units die. No, that's okay. We're gonna have to do this manually, or I can do them down in here. I can just pretend that I'm going to put doors here and then just take the doors off. So it's a bit convoluted. In fact, I could even set up little rooms. In fact, let's just maybe do that here and just see if this works. So if we go into, now there's not going to be doors as such, but I don't know if, I've never tried this before, but if we just go back into wall, and I don't care what we use here because we're not going to actually do it, but let's just go and set up pretend walls. Won't do too much. I'll just do that many for now and just see if this actually works where we get 3 across. If we then go into furniture, burial, and again we've just got the coffins, so we'll just go and place the coffins in here. This one here is not going to work. And we'll just go and place a pretend, well, I'll just put a construction up the top there again as well, just another wall. Just so it's enclosed. So it thinks that this is enclosed even though it's just for planning. And then we go into tombs, go into multi, and then just paint this. No, it's still not, still rejected. Yeah, it doesn't recognize the building. Okay, that's a shame. We'll remove all of that. Well, that's not going to help us, is it? This sort of gets us started, to be honest. Okay, let's try it over this side in that case. So we're going to have to go back through and cancel each of these. I just have so many to do. I think I may have to do it manually, but let's just see. We could possibly still work it through here. We'll try it here with just a few of them. So if we just go back into doors and hatches, door, and then we've only got 4 available. So let's just go and place a few of these in here. And see if we can actually just do it in this little top section here. So furniture. Spring Plague has redeemed a character, okay. And we will go back to burial. That's enough for us to at least test it. So it's going to be planning for the doors, and let's just see if this actually now works. We've got the place zones, tomb, multi. That worked. Sort of, actually, sort of. If I place tombs in here, so that does work. So we can do it just by having pretend doors, but then we have to get rid of the doors. Let's just do it anyway. I don't think there's an easier way around this. All right, so we'll set up this one, these catacombs in here, just and we'll auto these. Burial. One thing I forgot to do was put the 3rd one in. Okay, let's try that again. Tomb, multi. There we go, good. And now we just have to get rid of these doors. So these are going to be, I can do this one I think automatically through the tasks. Oh, not that one, sorry, this one here. It's the work orders, that's the labour menu. No, that's not it either. Where is it? Tasks. So, construct building. Yeah, this is, these are doors and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to go back through. These have all been allocated, so let's just go and ditch all of these doors. Let's get rid of these quickly. And is that everything? That's pretty much everything. So yeah, we've got the Gabbro coffin being built, and so as these coffins come in, at least they'll all have their individual tombs. Down here though, with what we've got here, we're going to have to set these up manually because I've got no way to isolate them like this. So we'll, yeah, we can do it here as well, but it does give me a fair few tombs to actually at least be able to fill up. Let's just go back in, just to start to work our way through this. Oops, hang on, that's not going to be it. Zone, tomb, paint. Accept, tomb, accept, tomb. A bit onerous. We'll get there. Oops, hang on. I don't think there's a better way than doing this one. Someone's already in that one. We sort of need to do this because they're coming back as ghosts, and they have been murderous. They have killed in the previous one. They did actually cause some issues for us. Tomb. These are mass graves. This particular one. This one sort of is as well, but at least it's a bit. This has got walls. Tomb. Nearly there. So many bodies to get rid of. All right, that's done. So that's now all been enclosed, which is good. Just smooth this out. Just keep on getting this thing ready. Oh, actually, we forgot to do this one. So Began has gone into a carpenter's workshop, and he looks like he's off working, so he's gone to get other things. He's picked up, the buckets would have been built, the fungi wood logs he's working on with shale blocks at this stage. So where's Began? Let's go and see if we can figure this out. Yeah, Moody Dwarf is gathering items. Here he is, or she is. So we'll follow Began around and just see if we need to do anything. Wearing a little crown. Human Caravan has now arrived as well. I hope they've got sand. If they've got sand, we'll be okay. It's arrived. Overall trade sentiments are cautious, so they're not super friendly, but that's okay. We can start to sort of try to make sense of what's going on with them. Boland's saying, is this tomb management new to version 50. I remember tombs were just reservations for nobles and maybe military for... no, it's been around for a long time. Everyone else was just got shoved into just build and enable coffins. No, I'm pretty sure you've got to actually... I think they've got to be allocated, I think. I may be wrong about that, actually. If it used to work, then I don't ever remember it working that way. Now, has Beacon started work? Let's just... is it coming up? I'll keep that one open. Spin thread. Yes, a beacon taken by a mood. Struck Morian, that's okay. And yeah, begun the construction. So Beacon's got everything that he needs. So the if we just go back up and have another look. So yeah, Beacon is now working away. Let's just go back up to the trade caravan and see what we've got. They haven't come in here yet. We don't have any bins, and we should be building those. Why haven't we got extra bins? Oh, this is now set up for the military. Let's go and smooth all this out as well. So we'll end up with them as barracks and training rooms and so on and so forth. Yeah, we need to build these guild halls and also the temple. Still got one starving unit. Okay, just this yak calf. It may be taken down to yeah, I think it's been taken down by Aster Blaster down into the area. All the dead cats and things, we'll have to get rid of those. There's a lot of stuff we have to throw away, and we'll try to atom smash things, I think, just to get things nice and clean. Not sure where I'll do that. I'll build that maybe even outside here somewhere. Have we got wood? Like maybe we don't have wood to be able to build the. We've got empty tower. We've got these. That should be like the bits and pieces should be being stored away fairly easily. Yeah, these are good. So we now actually have, yep, the original Beacon is in there. So yeah, body's been now placed. Good. So we're now actually, this is now working. So we've got different units being placed in through here. Yep, placing Alta Buffalo in this one from the original. This is the original guys coming through. Got to be careful we don't get too close to the bottom corner, which is a reanimating zone. That could be fun. We think it is anyway, in the bottom corner. We could even have like a room for reanimating skeletons way down in the bottom corner here. Where are we? So actually, Boland's saying, I know you just built a coffin and enabled burial for people, pets on... yeah, no, it's... I'm pretty sure... I mean, this is a tomb. I don't know if we can do anything in here. No, I can't actually allocate those. We're not going to be able to do this now because we've allocated all the zones up. Unless I get rid of a zone and test it. These have already been allocated to various other dwarves. I'll just let it go. Something we try to look at again another time, I think. Anyway, so they're going to slowly be getting rid of the various bones around the place. Let's just unpause. Wait for this caravan to arrive. I did want to have bins in this other zone. Did I actually set that zone up properly? Yeah, it is set up. How many wheelbarrows, bins? Max bins 30, yeah. There should be bins there. Alright, so these guys are coming in. Yeah, what else have we got? Oh, more migration. This is maybe not all that good. Oops, pause. Yeah, we've got animals. Okay, so let's just wait and see who else we end up getting. I'm looking for valuable members. Getting Pults in through here, which we don't need. Another kid. God, we've got so many kids. But they can haul things. We can get them working in the mines. Another kid. 15 years old, so almost an adult. That's good. Here we go. Adequate fish cleaner, useless to us. absolutely useless. And then we've got just a peasant. So what skills have you got? Oh, Spear Dwarf and Marks Dwarf. That's actually not too bad, actually. Might put this Obok into the Rangers. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. What have we got in here? Yeah, no combat skills. 6 saying, yeah, Marks Dwarves are the deadliest now. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. So, yeah, Fort's getting some battle pawns, absolutely. Well, we get them trained up as well. So we get them trained early. This one's a herbalist by the looks. It's not got no overview. 6 kids. God, there's a lot of people bringing their kids to this fortress. Competent Swords Dwarf. And we've got a skills, combat, nothing. A duck. No real skills here either. Nothing. $109 and nothing at all. Just a waste of space. Okay, this one here is a ranger. Good. This one will actually have some combat skills. No, it doesn't. I thought the ranger would actually have some native archery skills. It's a 3 kids. That's why we've got so many kids. This is getting really dangerous now. Our population is a real problem. I think I'm going to have to pause the game for a little while and just see how we go. This one here, what about your skills? Nothing. We'll have to train them up. All right, we're going to... Oh, here we go. That's what we've been looking for. A legendary armor smith. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. We can now get this person working downstairs, making the equipment to equip the fortress, and within really good. Now we get our steel industry up and running. So we've got a lot to do at the moment. So I've got about an hour before I've got to get going. So we'll probably pause the game now that we've got this one through here. This is a monom, extremely important. And if you do an armor smith guild, you can teach. Okay, yeah, good idea. Good idea. Does she have those sorts of skills? That's labor, combat, social, nothing else. No, that's okay. All right, she can sing one song. And what do we got through here? Weapons. Oh, wow. There we go. There's the 2 of them. There's the 2 of them. The creator of something. So this one's already got something now. Are you carrying it with you? No, you're not. Whatever this one created something like some artifact. How old are you? 99 years old. It's got a pet billy goat. But the billy goat's going to have to stay outside. And he loves shearing his goat or her goat. So this is day cost. There's the goat. The goat in question, 3 years old and very agile. Another one coming in. When you see the different coloured things, this is an adequate cheese maker. Yeah, so this is... Whoa. Whoa, here we go. Here we go. Okay, well, let's get our military up and running. That's it. That's everyone. Okay, so let's just pause this because we've got a lot to do. Let's get the trading out of the way. Yeah, we've got a lot to get through. So F3, F4, F5, F6. Where's our trade? F1 is the top. F2 is what's going to be the Farmers Guild. I'll just get them making this nice and neat as well. Get these things for the guild. All right, so we've got that one there. Yeah, one trader ready to trade. We're going to have to do that as well. F4 is the money pit. F5 is the workshop layer. F6 is the, like, should be the meeting area, and this will also then just, this is going to be the main meeting hall. We're not using it though for some reason, which sort of is interesting. Some shoes there which have been thrown away. F7 is down through here. F8, we might make F8 back up to the trade area. So it's only a couple of layers down from this area through here. So we'll just make this into the trade zone. So H will then get me to here. And so we've got F7, F8 is going to be here. This is going to be the trade. And at this location, recenter, yep. Enter, yes, proceed. And that's it. So trade is now F8. So if we come back in, let's just go in and move goods into here. So we're just going to go into things like amulets. And we want these to be, I mean, I'll just chuck them in. Just get a bunch of them in here. They're pretty close. They should ultimately all be stored in that room next door. So we get amulets, and we'll go to the bottom here and just get some of the other stuff. I don't know if we've got toys or anything. Scepters. Bring these over as well. Just knickknacks for the humans, that'll do. Okay, so that's done. Thanks there for the gifted sub there, Began. Very nice of you. Okay, Syrian's saying, I think about making another one that will summarise your danger status, just show like what danger thresholds you're. Yeah, that's, you know, that would be really cool, because this is where I don't think people realise that you've. We're now at 57 population. We've got a created wealth of 12,000, and we've got an exported wealth at the moment of 2,000. Every time we trade, that goes up, and every time we build anything and smooth anything or do anything, the actual created wealth goes up. And when we start to build weapons and armor, which we'll be doing very, very soon, that's going to start to skyrocket. And what that then does when we go back into here, so this is just to make like Syrian's going to make a little, or thinking about making another little addition to DF Hack, where you can actually then go into the settings and difficulty. And so we're playing on hard for both enemies and economy. But in the custom settings, these triggers are for the sieges. So we're already now over trigger 4 for the... so this is actually population trigger of 4, which is dangerous. We didn't even get this high last time. So this is really, really dangerous. We've also at the created wealth is around about here, trigger 2, which is not too bad. And our exported wealth is between 2 and 3. So they're not too bad, but population-wise, this is not good. This is not good at all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to now spend probably the rest of this session just getting everything else set up. Just going to go click on done. But it would be nice to sort of know what that danger threshold is that you're actually in. So yeah, they bring lots of trolls this time. Probably it's because we now have gone over the next threshold for population, which means that we've now more and more of a target. We'll leave all that where that is. So this is going to be ultimately where the military goes. Let's go and add in a bunch of these. You can see there that not all of these have actually been going in. So we've got competent. I'm just going to go in and we do have a stone crafter. We've got to look at their jobs as well. Axe dwarf, hammer dwarf. These farmers, we don't need them so much. The stone crafter, I think I'll keep separate. Shield user, yeah, spear dwarf, and again, I don't want these like the ones that are doing mining or anything like that. There's just a peasant, so the miner's nothing. This Sibrak is does actually have, this one's already a ranger. We might have a look and see what we've got there. We still need 2 more. Sev, I don't want Sev in there doing that. Errol is a shearer. Who else is not really all that important? Fish dissector. So we get a couple of randoms in here as well, I think. Actually, let's have a look at the other. Go back to the squads for a second and have a quick look at this one as well. Yeah, we've got another couple of Marks Dwarfs. So I'll get those two in. And this one here is a novice Marks Dwarf. Let's get those. So we get a few for the archery in the Stalker Wing and back to the squads. And then these guys here, we'll deck these runs right out. And so we'll start to sort of build up this different group in here. So we've got 3 to get. Now, they don't have to be great. We've got animal trainer, planter. Who's left? Fish dissector is useless. So we'll just start to get a few of the useless ones in there. Fish cleaner is useless. Reg, you can get in. We need one more. There's another stone craft. I want to keep them out. See, there's another ranger there, but I don't think we need it. There's another fish dissector down here. There we go. We don't need fish dissectors. That gives us a full military. Now we've got one Solon doesn't have hair, so I'll just go back and fix the ones that are going to be sort of in these sorts of roles. Not that it'll matter that much. Just go back, go by name. So Solon, the farmer. Just open that up the list, and then we'll just put some hair on her. So tilde key, GM, unit editor, or the GM editor, enter. Down to appearance, which is around here somewhere. There it is. Tissue style. We'll go, what should we do this time? Neatly combed. Right click, tissue length. Try 800 this time. I think there's like a maximum that it'll just go back to. And then we get back out of there, tilde, GM, this time for the unit, enter, and the body appearance. God, it would be good if there was a one-click thing for this. That would be great as well. Just go back to hair, length, 800. Let's sort of tie all these things together. There we go. Neatly combed. All right. So that's now wherever that was. That's now sort of been done. So seriously, anyone else notice the amount of artifacts over in that nearby human necromancer tower? I really hope their fortress can succeed long enough to go loot that place. I don't know if they fixed up the raiding because that was broken badly at one point, where you'd actually lose a lot of your dwarves. So I don't want to be training them up and then having them wander off and then just being killed. We've got a lot of wood, so we should have bins. I'm not sure why we don't have bins of stuff in here. It should have been all put into bins. Now, down the bottom, let's just go down to F7 and start to build up what we want down this way. So we're going to start to get the weaponsmith and the armorsmith set up in these locations. So they need to end up with, and I think that they've made it so that it's not as strict as what it used to be, but there was a very strict regime. Actually, if I go there, that'll be okay. I'll start across here because we're near the stairs. It used to be extremely strict with your workshops. So we go to the magma forges. So this one here, you can see there that if I go and place it there, it's going to be sort of like where that doorway is. I might just go and place it down. The hole is sort of like where the forge actually is. You used to have to make sure the hole went through there. So I still prefer to be doing that. Now, that we missed that one, so we're going to have to go and put it there. So that has to go right through there. So I'm just going to go and set up mining, and I'm going to dig a channel into there and into here. I might set up a few of these. Now, the trouble we have is it'll take a little while for them to come back down. So we'll just keep on trading. We'll get the trading out of the way, and then we'll get the others sort of involved. There's nothing else we have to really worry about here. We need to get an altar. I think we do have an altar somewhere. Let's just go back up into the middle of the fortress. So Began's still working away on his thing. F8, we'll just go back to the trade and just watch 82 items. We'll just unpause and just let these be brought into the... Began has created Curer, a fungerwood bucket. She claims it as a personal treasure. So she wants it herself, but that's not going to happen because we need to move these down. So I'm just going to go and leave that there for now. And we might even have a look to see, do we have anyone better to do the trading? Because sick is not really what we want. Oh no, competent. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one available that's got any sort of skills here. All right, that's okay. So I've got no one else. And I was going to keep you as expedition leader, but I was thinking, I was just seeing, can anyone else do the trading better than you? But there's no one. There's no one. So Began has now become a carpenter, like a master carpenter. Let's have a look at the at what Began created, which is here. Curor. Let's have a look at it and see what it's got. So this is a fungerwood bucket. All crafts dwarfship is the highest quality. It's encircled with bands of fungerwood and pigtail. On the item is an image of the Wain of Downess, the shale crown in shale. So the Wain of Downess, what's that? That will be, if we go back to art and craft and go to artifacts, potentially, Wain of Downess. There it is, a crown. What do we know about this thing? So this was created by Daycost Rinse-Bodied Bodice, and it's stored here at Lancesounded. It's actually at our location. So it's down the bottom here. So this is a special crown. Created by Daycost in 302. Okay, this is back in the previous run. The One of Downess was made a fairly heirloom by Daycost. Was stored in Lancesounded. Was claimed by different goblins and things. Yeah, so different people have claimed it, but it still lives with us. So it'll be down the bottom of the fortress. If we have a bit of a look and see what that is. So this is actually a fungerwood bucket that's paying homage to that particular crown. So if we have a look down in the bottom of the fortress, this is F7, which one did I do? This one here. So there it is there. This will be Lelam Gomon, if we have a look and see what this one actually is. This is Shale Crown. This is the actual one. So this is the, we're not seeing the human name, the English name for it. Yeah, anyway, that's what that particular one is. So we just go to the next one along, and we're just going to assign a new display item. This is going to be a bucket. And we have Curor. So Curor is going to be the one assigned to that particular display cabinet, and we just got to unlock this. All right, so we're just going to store the good stuff down along here. We are missing the first one, like that's been stolen. She does claim it as a personal treasure, so she's not sharing it. They normally share it. It's not good. All right, so we've got all that stuff happening. Let's just go back up again to the trade area. How are we going here? 66 items. Just let them, at least a lot of people can actually bring this stuff in now. Broker requested. Okay, Sick, come on in, you come. There he is. So Sick is now here. Let's just go and do the trading. There's still one item coming up from somewhere. That doesn't matter. We'll just go and trade. So, they've got native gold blocks. Let's just go and throw everything into this. these different scepters and things. So I really need to put these in bins. We do have glass. I'll get the gold just because so we've got it. We've got some nice diamonds there as well. We've got 1600 just to trade here. Gold flask. Okay, what have they got? Parakeet and a guinea hen. Donkey milk. Yum. Love the donkey milk. Now we've got a crossbow, a bronze crossbow. Let's buy it off them at this stage. It's reasonable quality as well, which is unusual for humans. It's probably dwarven made. They've probably stolen it. Different armor and things into here. I won't worry about those. What else they got that we would like? Boxes. Now they've got these are different seeds, these are above ground seeds. There's a black sand. This is what we're looking for. Sand. Dye, grass, another sandbag there. This is so we can make glass if we need to. Kaolinite amulets. That's interesting. We can actually make stuff out of kaolinite ourselves and sell that to people. Nothing else in there, nothing else in there. This is, at least it's reasonable. It's not like the elves. The elves don't bring anything good. So that's a reasonable profit that they're going to be leaving with. And they're apprehensive at the moment, but already we've actually, offered them a fair amount. Let's go and take off all of the scepters. Now this turns to yellow, so I'm just going to take these on until it goes green. I want them to get a little bit of a profit, but not a hell of a lot. I could just try it there if I wanted to, so I'll just go trade. This is where he can then use his skills to try to sort of then get it over. So yes, proceed. And they've made a counter offer. Okay, yeah, they didn't fall for it. Yeah, they want the whole lot. They want the whole lot. Okay, so we'll accept the counter offer. That'll do. All right. They drove a hard bargain. Still got a few scepters left. That's okay. So that's done. At least that bit of trade has now been set up. Now that's all working. Let's just go back down through the fortress and just get the because we're going to need those miners getting stuff ready as well. The size of the fortress here, there's still a lot going on in here. We might just change this to just so we can focus on the bottom of the fortress and get the armor smith and the weaponsmith up and running as fast as possible. So we'll just go back to squads. We've done everyone in here, haven't we? Yeah, we've got enough there as well. Back to squad. So we've got the start of our military. We haven't got anything happening with it just yet, though. And then we're going to have to set up a whole big regime of stuff if we're going to be making things out of steel. So copper crossbows are fine if we end up with copper, but we're going to have to really start to pump this stuff out. All right, so we've got this, and we will have to next time probably do a bit of a stock take on the workshops that we actually have up and running. Here we go, making cheese, prepared food. This is nice. Okay, what was I going to do? I was just going to go and set up and change these. I'll just go and minimize that one. We're just going to make these into planning mode, just so that I can force them to go down the bottom of the fortress. Okay, I don't think there's much else above that I'm digging out. So let's get them down into here, and I'll just set this up as well where we don't mine this one just yet. We'll come back to this. And we'll just wait for this to be dug. Just start flashing in a second. Six being made into the leader yet again. Actually, do we have him still? No, trader needed at depot. There we go. All right, back down to F8. Oops, sorry, F7. Come on, just dig these out. There must be still something else that they're digging. One hostile, is that still? Yeah, it's still our friend. He hasn't come in, which is good. Now the exported wealth doesn't go up until afterwards. Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Why aren't you digging? Let's have a look and see who is. Are they digging? Storing an item in a barrel. What else is going on in here? Actually, if we have a bit of a look at the it's a task menu. Let's have a look at these guys. He's still digging. Where are you? Ah, okay. Look, I'll just let him finish this off. Beautiful chalk farming guild. And we'll just go down to the bottom again. So when they finish this one should come in. Then we can set these up. Now, why are they struggling? Lead bars. Oh, we got lead as well. All right. So in that case, we can see that we're getting some silver in here already. I might just go and create another little stockpile here for lead. And I forgot about lead. Except, in fact, we want to make sure that there's none of these bars being stored anywhere else as well. So bars and blocks, custom, none, metal, lead. All right, so if we go back up to the top of the fortress, so F1, and then just work our way through the stockpiles. We've only got one sort of like catch-all, which is this one here. We'll just go to custom, bars and blocks, and I don't want any metal bars in here at all. The other bars can stay there, but just not metal. I don't think we've got anything else. If we go back into the stockpile list, that's not it. Where is it? Places. I think it's going to show us actually all these different tombs now. Wow, the tombs have all been filled. They've all been allocated out already. We do need to get the atom smasher working as well. All right, let's just go back to the bottom here again and wait for these to kick in. We need to start to make this as well. Add new task. Smelt hematite. We've got heaps of that. And we're just going to put that on rotation and smelt limonite. Put that onto rotation as well. This thing is still smelting tetrahedrite, and as you can see we're getting we've got lead, silver, tin, copper. So we're getting lots and lots of bars down in through here as well. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Great. Okay, so that's now been opened up. I don't think there's anything floating around in here that we have to worry about. Okay, so let's now go and set up the workshops, the smelters for this. So work in here. Actually, now, sorry, before we go off and do this, let's just go and clean up this other area as well. Go back from, just to go and make sure that this is now all opened up again, so we can just keep on building that one. And if we just keep on going back up, we had the zones, nothing there, nothing there. We've done this one. Just keep on coming back across. Where were we building that? That was further up in here, wasn't it? And I'm glad I saw that one. I would have forgotten about that one. Okay, so we'll just get these doing what they're doing and just keep on smoothing these future temples. We can actually set up that farming guild now. Was it F3, F2? F2. Oops, that's already going to be smoothed. And so this will become the guild. If you hover over, if you're unsure what things actually then go and do, you can see that this is a meeting area, important zone where the citizens will go to socialise. Crucially, the meeting area is where locations such as taverns, temples, hospitals and the like are established. I think that's what we need. I'm assuming that's the one. Office, yeah, it won't be that. Garbage dump, that's okay. Tomb. Got the clay there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just the meeting area that we then go with. Oh, we want to get rid of a few of those. Except because the walls also then dictate the value, and so by smoothing all this out and getting things done, this will be good. So we'll just accept, and this is going to be a guild hall, new guild hall in through here. So we go and click on that, and then we've got the where are we? Farmers Hall. They want their guild. So I don't think there's anything else. It's just showing up into here, but this is actually the one that they want, the Farmers Guild. So the Glade of Diving sounds fantastic. And so we can have a look to see the details of this location. So this is only members can visit. And so this one here, the meeting place has only got a value of 1,000. So agreed to build a guild hall. Next is at 6,000. So that should be all we need to do. If we need to improve it, we need to get the value of the room up to 6,000. But let's just keep it there and see what actually comes. Still got 2 petitions. So we've got establish a guild hall for the Company of Islands. A Farmers Guild. Company of Islands, what is that? That's what it is, isn't it? That's all we needed to do. Just double check. It's a farmers' meeting place there. Have I screwed up here? Let's have a quick look and see in the places. The locations. We've already got a farmers meeting place somewhere else. Oh, down in here we had set up a farmers place. So there's already one, but this is locked away. So we'd actually already established some things on this one previously, but not anymore. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what we do there. We'll leave that one alone. But which guild do they need? I mean, this is a different one. It's a bit dirty and full of vomit. Yeah, this is actually where giant bats and troglodytes were fighting. So we locked the doors. We locked them in here. This was sort of like a zone that then went through into different areas. So we know that we think there's still giant bats and things down there. This should still be okay, but is it just the Guildhall needs to be of higher value, maybe? I'll just let it go for a little while. So, yeah, we'll just sort of keep it there. Yeah, Chuck, Jerry is then saying, yeah, nice setups, thank you. Did we set up down the bottom? No, we didn't. We were down here getting ready to do this. So we're just going to go and set up the different smelters now for what we want to do. Now, I need to make sure that only those high-level guys are working down this way. So they're going to be sort of, this is going to be purely for them. So we'll need to get that established. So workshops, magma forges. So we've now got this one here. You can see we're just going to pop that over the middle there. I'm not going to do the planner. I've got a lot of steel anvils. So we'll go and grab those. Then we need to have select material for the magma forge. Just go that one there. Do the next one. Workshops, magma forge. I'll just keep on building at this location. Steel anvils. So these were back from the previous location. These will be magma safe materials. So I can use iron bars. There we go. So that's going to be the first of the smelters, and we're then going to have the two master craftsmen. We'll then sort of claim these two in here once these are built. So we've got to bring down the various anvils from up top. Yep, so one of the farmers is already coming in to make this one. A lot of activity down with just the basic smelting, which is good. We don't need a hell of a lot going on down here. Yep, they're leaving soon, that's fine. Yep, so we've run out of tetrahedrite now, so there's nothing else for the smelter there. And these guys are just making iron bars. Now somebody just walked in here. There we go, we've got ourselves some gabbro. Gabbro there as well. Gabbro there. Gabbro there, that's good. So now they've just got to bring down the iron, the steel, there we go, and now building this one, excellent. Got one up and running, another one. And so I want these are nice and close to being able to move up the top. And this one here, we don't need to worry about this one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it so that we only have the ones that are going through. Now build all, yeah, that's just general. We just have to get to the associated zone must have enough value, 6,000. We've only got 2,400 in the current one, so we need to increase that. We need to build a temple as well. And then we need to have somebody elevated as a priest. In this location, I'm just going to go into here. The armor is going to be probably more important. So let's just go across and add in workers. And so, in fact, what I can do is I can just have either one of them work it. So we're just going to go in permitted general work order labours. So we're just going to go into weaponsmithing and armour smithing. Blacksmithing, no. Metal crafting, trapping will be off. And then the actual skills that we need, I'm going to increase this one. So I'm just going to go to, this is E or R, and this one is C or V. So if I just go and press the R key, actually that's going to then sort of, oops, got the wrong thing. Yeah, I can just keep on raising this one up. So talented, expert, accomplished, master. I think that's where what level were they? Let's just go back down again and have a quick look and see. So workers, these one will be working at master level, between master level and legendary. Let's just go back across into our labour menu. So we actually have don't actually have things for just doing the armor smithing or the weapon smithing, and I think I want to just have them doing that. I don't want them doing anything else. So we're going to go and add in another work detail. And this one here, we're just going to edit. Here, we're going to call this one armor or smiths. Go and edit. So this is going to be, I'm going to allow them to do, we've got crossbow making. Oh, that's under woodworking. Okay, so we're going to just go into metal smithing, weapon smithing, and armoring. That will do. Crafts, yeah, no, we don't need any of that. And that's it. So that is going to be all that they do, weapons and armor. So we're going to end up with the 2 people that are good at that into just doing those. So this is Smith. So I wish you could change the symbol. That would be pretty good. Just go and click on done. Pretty sure you can't. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. So we just go back into our labour menu under Smiths. Yeah, we've got 2 legendary, and we now also have Began. I'm going to make those 2 there. I'm going to put Began in this list as well, but I'm going to have these only locked into doing it. So they're going to be our 3 Smiths. Now I've got only the selected do these, so only these 3 here will build weapons, and because we don't want anyone else doing it, I'm going to allow Began to learn this as well, so to come up to speed. And so this Magma Forge is only to be used by legendary or master level and above. Grandmaster, yeah, I'll go Grandmaster to Legendary, and same in here. Workers. Grandmaster to Legendary. So only those 2 there will make use of these. So they'll always be available. I'll just leave these for general use, just in case we need it for something. So I can go in and actually sort of start to set things up. Now we need to actually have work orders for building all this stuff. We need to set up a, now I'm running out of time. I might do this next time actually, just rather than sort of start from scratch. We'll come back in and just start off by actually building the whole steel industry. You could be in the same room with Began. I didn't die in combat as a smith last time. I died of fright. A couple of you died from fright, actually, which was interesting. So Sigamondo is saying, can you delete the old Farmers Guild? Yeah, I can. I can if I'm wanting to, but I think I'll leave it. I think I'll just leave it there because it's sort of like a historical guild, but still with some giant bats in it. Actually, before we go, last little thing, I want to make sure that location has been set up. Let's have a quick look. Yep, the bucket's there. So what we'll do is we'll just go and lock this door. And so just keep this so that really it's got to, we've got to know if something's actually coming down into this particular location. So Began's bucket is there. That's all good. All right, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. I will actually just go back down and leave it on the location that we're interested in. So we've got lead bars in through there. We don't have much in this way just yet. It'll get down into here. Got iron. Got a few iron bars. This will ultimately be for where we make steel. So we get those things actually sort of happening. This one's now been nicely laid out. So we'll start to sort of build up our whole steel industry back into here and just get everyone decked out with what they need. I'll leave